Good morning and welcome to Heartland Dual Sport. This morning we're going to be doing a how-to video. Wanted to do something a little bit different for Show and Tell Monday this week, and we're going to actually do a show and tell, or no, we're going to do a how-to video this morning on Show and Tell Monday. So let's get started. Good morning, guys, and again, welcome to Show and Tell Monday. This morning we're going to be doing a how-to video on how to make your own hammock stand. As you guys know, we live in the city here in Oklahoma City, and we actually live in town. We don't have any trees in our yard. Our neighborhood that we live in is relatively new, and what little trees we do have are just still really small and really young. They're not near big enough to hang a hammock in. And as you know, we enjoy our hammocks, and my wife has actually been asking me to build her a hammock stand for a while, and I'm just now getting around to it. So what we'll do in this video, we're just going to go ahead and make it a how-to video and show you guys in case you're interested in making one at your own house. I've got a materials list, and I'll go ahead and put that up right now. You're going to need two 4x4x8 posts. You're going to need one 2x6 by 12 foot, and that's going to be a regular 2x6 board. You're going to want one 2x4 by 12 foot, again regular board, and then a 2x4 by 8 foot regular board. You're also going to want 50 foot of paracord, one box of 4-inch screws, and 2 bags of ready mix. Now on this project, and what we went with is we went with the rough cut cedar. You can also get treated post, and price wise they're probably still going to be cheaper than the rough cut cedar, and they'll last a long time too, guys. And you could use whatever wood you want. We just went with rough cedar throughout, just kind of for that outdoor rustic look, and that's what we were going for. But again, you could build this cheaper by going with pine or something like that. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to pick a location where we want to do this. Again, we're doing this in our backyard because we're going to make this hammock stand a clothesline, or an optional clothesline as well. If you guys are not going to make yours into an optional clothesline, you can skip the 2x4x8. You're not going to need that. We wanted to go ahead and make it a dual purpose deal. That way we can use it as a clothesline as well as a hammock stand. Like I said, you're going to want to pick the location in your yard where you want to put it at. Here in Oklahoma, we have a place that's called Okie Dig or something like that, and it's a number you can call. They'll come out and check your area to make sure that you don't have buried cables, electric lines, stuff like that. And it's, their little slogan is called Before You Dig. No, before you dig is actually a pretty good thing to do. You don't want to dig into a power line. So anyhow, guys, be careful and be safe when you're doing this. Anyhow, number one, pick out your location, call before you dig. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and dig 2 holes, one for each one of your 4x4 posts, and mark this off roughly 11 foot 6, because we bought the 12 foot cedar, the 2x6 and the 2x4. They're 12 foot long, and we don't want to go back to the store and buy a 14 footer. So mark your post roughly 11 foot 6 away from each other. Go ahead and dig both poles, and then your 12 foot 2x6 that you have should fit right on top. Okay, and then this part of the video right here, we've already got both holes dug for the 4x4s. We've got both in the ground, and what I'm doing, if you can see, we've laid the 2x6 on top of both of the 4x4s, and I'm actually using a level on the top, and it's going to be the easiest way to make sure that your posts are at the same height, because just like in our backyard right here, there's a little bit of a slope to the backyard, and I don't actually want to have to cut these posts if I don't have to. To me, it's easier just to go ahead and dig it out another inch or two or whatever than it would be to cut them off after I've got them in the ground. So that's what we're doing here. You can see we've got the level on top, and I'm just, double checking, make sure that the posts are roughly the same height And again, it's not going to be an exact measurement. I just want it level across the top. Also, I'm 6 foot tall, so I want these posts roughly in the ground, right close to 2 foot deep. That way I'm not banging myself in the head when I'm walking around mowing in the backyard. So again, you can bury it deeper than 2 foot, but 2 foot is kind of the norm for fence posts and stuff like that here in our area. So that's roughly how deep we're putting our posts in the ground. Number 3, we're going to go ahead, and after we've got everything set up and leveled, we're going to go ahead and start pouring in some of the ready mix into the hole there around the post. If you guys don't know, you can actually tamp ready mix into a hole and firm up your post. I've been doing this for years and years, building fence and everything else. You don't have to actually mix that up. The ready mix will draw moisture out of the ground, and it makes it much easier because now you don't have to tie down your post to make sure it's level, or use a bunch of 2x4s coming off of it while you're waiting on the ready mix to dry. I tamp rod it in dry, and I've never had an issue with it. If you guys want to mix it and pour it, that's fine too, but this is what I've been doing for years, and it's always worked for me. So it's a little tip or trick. If you want to try it, go ahead. That's what we're doing on this one. And then next, put your 2x6 back on the top of your 4x4s and make sure that everything's leveled up. You're going to measure that 2x6 and cut it to fit just right on the outside edge of your 4x4s, because it's going to be laying right on top of both 4x4s. The next thing you want to do is measure the inside distance from each 4x4 post. After you get that dimension, you want to go cut your 2x4. And then the next step in this is you're going to screw that 2x4 into the 2x6 and put it in there vertically. You can kind of see in the video how we're putting it together right now. Angie's helping me. If you got somebody that'll help you, it'll make this project much easier. That way you're not trying to hold too much, but you can do it by yourself. I've built them before without any help. You just have to screw in some 2x4s to hold the one end while you're screwing on the other end. But anyhow, again, if you got some help, that'd be great, and it'll help you out. Next thing you want to do is you should have a 2x4, 8 foot long 2x4 left over, and cut that into 3 foot lengths. That's what we did. And then you're gonna end up with 2 pieces 3 foot long and 2 pieces 6 inches long. And this is going to be making it into a clothesline. If you don't want the clothesline up at the top, you don't have to do that, and you can actually save that. But we went ahead and did it. And then you're going to go up and you're going to attach the 2x4s to each end of the it's going to be up at the very top, so you can actually screw into the 2x6s and the 4x4 both, and just screw it. I just centered it up. I eyeballed it. I didn't actually measure it, but they turned out all right. If you want to, you can actually get an exact measurement and make sure that you've got it in the center and screw it in there as well. And what this will do is it'll be long enough you can actually get 2 clotheslines, one on each end going across, and that gives you plenty of room. And then optional, if you look here in this part of the video, you can see we're cutting the corners off the 2x4s that we're using for the clothesline, as well as what's going to keep your hammock from slipping down this 4x4 post. And that's what the 2 6-inch pieces are for. And I'll show you here in a second. We're going to screw that onto the outside edge of the 4x4, and that's just going to keep your hammock rope from slipping down. And I'll try to slip in part of that video right here so you get an idea of what I'm talking about. And anyhow, guys, we're right there at the end of this. And again, real simple project, won't take very long. You can do this in a couple hours in the afternoon on a Sunday. If you guys, again, I think I've mentioned it before, Angie has some back problems. So, I mean, even if I can get her out there in her hammock, occasionally throughout the week, she can go out there and take a nap. But a lot of times that'll really help stretch her back out, and she just feels a lot better when she gets up. Hammocks are one of the best things for people with back issues, and I would have never believed it until we started sleeping in ours. And we've got several videos coming up on the Hennessy Hammock. We're going to be doing some Hennessy Hammock reviews, 5-year reviews coming up, as well as we've got Clark Hammock, a Yukon Hammock, and an Eno Hammock. And I'll end up doing maybe the Yukon and the Eno Hammock here in the backyard. We'll go ahead and video it here using the hammock stands and kind of show you guys that. And then also, if you have not checked out our website, I'd like to encourage you to do so. We'll actually have the step-by-step directions for this and your materials list that you could print off of the website as well. And you can go to heartlanddualsport.com. We'll take you to our blog, and again, you'll have the materials list for all this. Again, guys, if you like our video, give us a big thumbs up. If you know anybody that's, wanting to build a hammock stand or something like that, maybe even a clothesline, put it up in their backyard. Again, the clothesline, they're roughly 12 feet apart, so it gives you quite a bit of space. I just really enjoyed even the towels hung up outside. Again, guys, if you like our video, give us a big thumbs up. If you know anybody interested in hammocks or anything like that, share our video with them. We're going to be bringing you a lot more videos of camping and outdoor stuff along with moto vlogs. So again, as always, we enjoy your likes, comments, and subscribes, and may you have a blessed week.